What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to another daily episode of CS News. If you guys got any stories, got any clips, our DMs are always open. Thanks to all of you guys who've been leaving comments and subscribing as of late. Let's start off with the big news. Why don't we? Brought to us by Richard Lewis, and it's not been fully vetted, as he says, but also saying he has a good source on this. Apparently, both FaZe Clan and Vitality had interest in Twistzz, which, I mean, Twistzz being Twistzz, maybe not all too surprising, but when you hear those names of big teams looking for someone, it always makes you question, all right, for who? So FaZe Clan and Vitality, still two of the best teams who have had some great playoff runs throughout the entire year, especially to end it. Maybe not to full fruition that we wanted. I'm actually winning the events, but apparently interested in Twistzz. And also, Zeus might be out of Team Liquid, which would also mean some drastic changes for them.
Want to play the game, so I can give you some more stuff. This is all from the same spicy DM. Now, by the way, this is a reliable source, but I haven't vetted any of this information, so I'm just throwing garbage out into the world right now. I'm just being clickbait, Lewis, so people can take all of this. People, I'll find out the truth. I always do. But so this is what basically, Zeus out of Liquid, but FaZe also inquired about bringing back Twistzz, and Vitality also as well, when they heard there was like issues over there. But Twistzz is now likely to be the IGL of Liquid. That's what this source says. He's going to stay there, but he's going to be the new leader. So they're not in the market for a new IGL. It's going to be him, Naf, and Yeki as the core, and they're going to bring in two people, and Twistzz is going to be the IGL. So he is going to do that. That's what people are saying. Live reaction, Maui.
But apparently Twistzz wanting to stay inside Liquid and lead that roster to whatever their new structure will be. If you guys missed recent rumors, apparently Skull is going to Furia. Cadian also now leaving this roster, as was actually going to be our next little news story here. But some giant shuffles coming to Liquid, which apparently Twistzz wants to lead the way on whatever that rebuild might be. Will they bring in two Americans, maybe switch to a majority roster for a 2025 NA Major? One can only dream. As Cadian, one of my favorite players in CS, Liquid saying, today we are moving Cadian from the active roster to the bench for the purposes of exploring a transfer. Our time together did not work out as we hoped, but we know he has a bright future ahead of him. He will be working closely with Casper, or we will, and as we explore all options moving forward. To which Cadian, all he had to say was, better times will come. I appreciate everyone's support. I mean, I don't really got too much to say on the Team Liquid roster. All I remember is when it first got announced, I was like, yeah, this could certainly be something. When you take a guy like Twistzz away from a roster who is doing so well like FaZe, and then you line him up with Cadian, who is still not just like one of my favorite players, but I would still argue one of the more touted IGLs in the entire world, you thought, okay, Liquid's gone nutty. This is it. Like, this is going to be their return. And it didn't work out. So we'll see what those changes, what happens and what does go through. But apparently Liquid wants to be led by Twistzz, which always still has me curious. All right. And going to count him as an NA guy. Canada counts. All right. And speaking of North American CS, just a little joke out there brought to us by Esports GG. You guys should go check out their full interview they did with Elige following, I believe it was after ESL Jonkoping and their victory over there over Team Falcons. If you guys missed it, Elige was insane. Like I talked about it a couple of videos ago. Elige was nuts, not just in their series versus Aurora and the clutches he had to finish out that series after apparently their manager was trash talking him, but then in Falcons too, to close out that game, I believe it was round 12, to get their 12th round on Nuke. You know, it was kind of a shaky looking, almost like a comeback situation. Elige had a great weekend of Counter-Strike.
So does Hallzerk, a snappy swing, and Hallzerk's actually playing Get Down Mr. President. It will be Elige to the trade.
JT on bomb plant duty. Dupree pushing into control. He denies. Trade is immediate from Elige, but he's required to get all 5 in this round. Now he has the time to work with, but a lack of information. A tap on the bomb, looking for that response, looking for a door to swing, but patience from the Falcons. And again, a tap. Again, looking for anything. Falcons don't flinch. So finally, the commitment. Bomb planted, and Elige with no information until the door swings, and he hits the shot, and it's Pius, the shadow spotted. Elige does it again!
Problem is the lack of trophies to show for his incredible level, and they're going to be hoping to turn that around here today. Aurora looking to turn their fate around. Hallzerk gets demolished by NAVI, and here he is once again. You call the spray, and Elige, he's found 3 kills, saves the day for Complexity. Fantastic stuff coming through from him. You just can't keep him out of the game.
What on earth, man? Navi tried his best with a triple, but Elige finishes it off with a quad. 22-4.
But it was then in a post-interview with, again, Esports GG, a great one. He said, I've been telling my teammates to go bald, all 5, but they refused. So the section where they ask about the bald buff, Halzerk did show up today. You know there are some bald buff discussions among the community. Will Halzerk go bald? Elige responds, yeah, he's played really well so far in the first game. I don't think he'll go bald. I've been telling the team, let's all go bald, but they don't want to. And hey, this even sparked up someone like Cooper on Twitter as well. Even Jason Lake getting back and forth. If you guys don't know, Elige getting a little haircut. Halzerk lost the mullet. He also got a haircut. We're getting deep into the lore here as well. But ever since Elige became bald, he's been playing out of his mind. All right, and there's been a lot of references out there, a lot of jokes made that I will not speak out loud, but I will show you guys the jokes being made. And so yeah, can you imagine showing up? Imagine the comeback of NACS as you show up on LAN and you're playing against 5 bald dudes with like golden eagle tattoos, American eagle tattoos on their heads. Now we're talking about a team that I can get behind. So Complexity apparently not wanting to go bald quite yet, and that makes sense. A lot of those guys actually have good sets of hair, especially JT. So I wouldn't want to do that either, but Elige is going to do it, and hopefully it keeps on doing well for him. And then you guys know we like to sprinkle in some random tidbit moments out there that you sometimes just go back and find. I really wanted to point out one from this past weekend at Blast Spring. It was Donk. I know Donk got a lot of hate. We talked about a few videos ago, Freakazoid defending Donk against haters who were going at the teenage kids' looks, which was just kind of weird, but typical Twitch chat. Even more so, why you really got to respect Donk and his performance, not just with the win, but the way he also eggs on the crowd. If you guys did not catch this moment, he was like going back and forth with the crowd booing him and him booing them, which was kind of cool to see from such a young kid. That I don't think he minds, you know, being booed or being trash talked.
But bit. Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. Little joker.
And then on the flip side of that, someone also clipping this, the moment where after Spirit had won, they take down NAVI in a not too close of a final. It is what it is. But still, NAVI making a grand final, showing that they are still around and still a top team, where the camera then pans to JL. Another great character out there. All right, I don't know how you can hate JL. And it just kind of points out the heartbreaking side of, yes, there's a great team winning, but the heartbreaking side of, yeah, the other team has to watch as they raise the trophy. And the hearts go out to JL for this one.
Team spirit was so incredibly real. Their shortcomings stunned them. But ladies and gentlemen, May showers bring June flowers, a blossoming promise for the rest of the year. Your Blast London Grand Champion.
It's just like a constant reminder of like, many of us can't ever understand what that is like. You know, you're in front of thousands of people. You just had a very long series. You had a chance to take home another grand finals and a big trophy. And then you got to watch and close things up. And yeah, that would be a very sucky thing. But it's also cool to see that's how much they care. Like, that's the emotion that these guys have when you just lose an event that you really wanted to win. So it sucks to look at, but it's also a respectable thing. And hopefully, Navi and JL can bounce back. One last quick clip for all of you guys. One that you don't see too often in pro play. Also from ESL Jonkoping. It was actually Lackey. And he had a full 10-man defuse, which I can't remember the last time I saw this. And yes, it was Jonkoping. I can only imagine what the crowd would be doing at Blast if we had a full 10-man defuse, unless I missed one. But something you don't see too often.
Snappy looking for the plants in the smoke, and Lackey's not going to be able to deny. So that's at least in itself a success now for Falcons. And, well, they've got upgraded pistols. They've got an AK. They don't have great post-plant positions, but there is a way to make this work. Lackey's just going to stick the defuse in the smoke, and Falcons haven't been able to do anything about it. All 10 players still alive on the server.
And there were a lot of great moments from that event as well. A lot of people were focused on Blast, but ESL had a fun little event too. I believe around 70,000 viewers, so still pretty freaking good when you have a main CS event going on at the same time. Only Counter-Strike can have 2 tournaments going on at the same time, and the second one is doing better than most other esports out there. That's pretty crazy when you think about it that way. As per usual, thank you all for watching your daily episode of CS News. Thanks for all the DMs, all the messages of support. You guys are awesome, and until next time, well, we'll see you back here hopefully soon. All right. Peace.